Let's break down the next big update for MW3 Zombies with Season 2 Reloaded. We have new bosses, Dark Aether locations, some interesting changes, and much more. We'll go through all the info in today's video. Be sure to drop a like in the video if you're going to enjoy. But first off here, the expected release date for this update is Wednesday, March 6th, which is actually coming pretty soon. We'll cover all the official info as it releases on the channel. But for the most part, we know pretty much what we're getting, at least in terms of zombies for this update. Now, first off here, we're going to cover some interesting potential changes that haven't been confirmed but have been talked about by Treyarch themselves. So Mr. Dog JD tweeted this out, exclusive, a stash size increase in MWZ is an ongoing investigation looking at the scope of increasing the stash according to Treyarch. They have heard the feedback and demand for more size, but the stash was designed for you to make calculated decisions on the limited items you could store. So no ETA on if any changes are coming to the stash size, but of course it's been actively talked about in the past couple of weeks here, which is super interesting because I definitely feel that the stash size is a bit too small, although I understand how it incentivizes you to use your items and then continue to grind for more. Now, as I said in previous videos, if they want to keep the stash size the same, that's fine. Just increase the rarity of rewards you're getting in higher tier zones. So if you use up your stash and all of the good items you have right now, you could go back into tier 3, for example, do a couple contracts and get those items back much quicker than right now, where if you go into tier 3, you could be getting a Juggernaut soda from killing an abomination, or maybe a rare ether tool, something that you do not need whatsoever, not only in your stash, but in tier 3 in that moment in time. Like by the time you go into tier 3, you're already going to have level 3 pack, top items. You're going to have all that stuff while you're in tier 3 anyway. If you're in there, you need that stuff to survive. So the rewards they give you in tier 3 especially are so useless, and it makes you grind forever. It makes you have to go into the Elder Dark Aether to even get, you know, somewhat decent items that you actually want to keep in your stash. So I just think increasing the rarity of rewards would be a decent change. Now, I still would want the stash to increase a little bit, but that would be a good compromise. So let me know down below if that sounds like a good idea. I feel like it could help the overall enjoyability of zombies just a little bit, but let me know down below your opinions on that. And quick reminder here, be sure to check out my partner, Apex Gaming PCs, a bunch of great customizable PCs over there. Great for playing Call of Duty, other AAA titles, making videos as well. They did a huge price decrease on all PCs. Just click the link down below, check it out. Really do appreciate it, guys. But for another update here, I had to add this because it's so unfortunate. Dalek also said this here, Treyarch have confirmed in a Season 2 creator call that there are no plans for any new enemy types or new perks to come to MWZ at any point. So, of course, we've had plenty of leaks in the past that I covered on the channel about Mule Kick being a main perk to return. We also talked about Electric Cherry as well, Widow's Wine, potentially. Those perks got teased there, and there may have been plans originally to bring those perks to zombies, but of course, as time goes on, we've seen this for so many years now in the past. I've been covering leaks for several years now. Sometimes content is cut for a variety of reasons. In this case here, to me, it's pretty clear. Treyarch are no longer the main developers for MWZ, and they're now fully focused on Black Ops 2024, which is fine. I would rather them focus on that game, but it does suck because zombies in this game is still pretty fun, and it seems like a lot of the content we could have got in this mode will just be cut and no longer released, and new perks and enemy types will be some of the content that will be cut. Now, we're still going to get extra updates, as I'll talk about in future videos as well, but I feel like at least Mule Kick would have been an easy addition. I don't know why the new developers, High Moon, IW, whoever's remaining MWZ right now, I don't know why they don't just add that. I mean, maybe it's a complicated task to add a new perk. I'm not so sure. But no perks and no new enemy types especially, very unfortunate. But maybe there's a change to that decision at some point in the future. Maybe they find more time to add more enemy types and perks. Again, it sounds easy, but we'll see very soon. But now for the actual Season 2 Reloaded updates here. We do have an idea of what we're getting, and it looks to be pretty good. So for a summary here of the Reloaded updates for zombies, we have the Dark Aether Story Act continuing. Operation Deadbolt strike teams are tasked to confront a new anomaly in the exclusion zone. Enter the second rift, of course, face down the largest infested stronghold you've encountered as you enter a new and terrifying rift. We have new challenges and schematics. Unlock prestige levels to acquire zombies challenges and gather 3 new schematics to aid your progress. We have the Warlord Keras, of course, an elusive chemical warfare specialist. Keras has set up some impressive defenses at the kill house in the Orlov military base. Prepare effectively before attempting to take her out. Now for a breakdown here of stuff we're getting. In Season 2, strike teams from Operation Deadbolt continue to confront terrifying transdimensional anomalies. New secrets await in the exclusion zone, and tensions are heightened this time as Terminus Outcomes have filed your team into the Rift. Thankfully, you have an expert guiding you, Sergei Ravenov. Battle alongside the rest of the squad, completing a series of dangerous tasks, and find your way out the Dark Aether before it's too late. So first off here, probably the biggest part of the update, in my opinion, the new Dark Aether Rift, which unfortunately is just Said City from Al-Mazrah, which is fine because the current Dark Aether right now in Fortress is still pretty cool. As I said, it doesn't really feel like you're in Al-Mazrah. Now, is it as good as a wholly new location? Is it as cool as maybe the new Dark Aether Rift could be on transit, as I said, or Mob of the Dead as well? Imagine going to Alcatraz Island. I mean, Rebirth Island is releasing this year. Imagine having that as a Dark Aether Rift location. That would be fire. Unfortunately, that's not what we're getting, but what we're still getting is still okay, I guess. Now, they say a new story mission. The new terrors lurking within the Dark Aether await you. You will utilize a variety of redacted during the investigation of a second rift. Alarming aberrations around in this new maze as a mysterious entity makes her presence known to Ravenov and the team while they frantically search for an exit from the rift. Earn coveted rewards, follow cryptic clues, and complete time tasks, all while facing down the largest infested stronghold you've seen. So first off on that, hopefully we have new contract types in this new Dark Aether Rift. If it's the same stuff we see right now, again, it's still going to be fun, but just not as exciting. I feel like the replayability would be much higher if in the new Rift we just have new things to do. We'll see what ends up happening with that when it does release very soon. Now, Dalek did say this, though, about the Rift here. So, Treyarch have confirmed that the new Season 2 mission, once completed, will have a similar Rift Easter egg to Season 1, which we'll need to discover and complete to re-enter the Dark Aether Rift area, which is fine because it's the same type of vibe. It could still be different, but it's the same type of thing where you complete that first Easter egg, you could come back in after. There'll be a normal and hardcore version. That's fine as well, where the hardcore version is how you unlock the new schematics. So it's going to be a similar thing there, but of course, they don't really talk about new contracts. I feel like that will be a big difference as well. And of course, they confirmed a bunch of the new schematics we're going to unlock for the Reloaded update. Hopefully, there's even more, maybe some secret ones as well, some secret rare items. But for now, here's what we have confirmed. So as with Season 1, your Prestige player level unlocks more challenges to complete with additional calling cards to unlock. Furthermore, expect a new Warlord to face and the following new classified schematics. So the first one here is Mags of Holding. Who has time to reload? Not you if you've activated the Mags of Holding, which allows your ammunition to feed directly from your weapon's ammo stash, essentially eliminating the need to reload your weapon. That sounds cool. Is that going to be super useful? I'm not so sure. Maybe for certain boss fights, certain contracts, but still seems interesting. With the Bloodburner key, of course, there's no need to scavenge for the Bloodburner Wonder vehicle on the map if you're carrying the Bloodburner key. Simply use it to summon the possessed two-wheeler without a lengthy search beforehand. Okay, we have a VR11 Wonder Weapon schematic as well. Those strike team operators planning on forming their own temporary arraignment of undead friends or transformed humans can now take the VR11 Wonder Weapon into important outings thanks to the schematics. So, decent schematics there. Of course, I would rather see much other cooler ones, new Wonder Weapons as well. Of course, will we actually see those added in a future update? Probably not, but you never know. We'll talk about that in future videos. And now here for the new Warlord Karis. The Warlord Karis has set up her fortress in the Kill House at Orlov Military Base. She is known as a deadly and elusive chemical warfare specialist, and her defenses should be approached with extreme caution. Expect the exterior to be well fortified with soldiers, snipers, turrets, and traps, as well as poison gas grenades. It would be wise to bring gas mask here. Breaching the fortress is only the first challenge. Once inside, expect visibility issues as Karis' new gas compound hangs in the air throughout the facility, disrupting almost all sensors, including new thermal weapon scopes. Perhaps there's a way to counteract this. A little tease there. Expect Karis to utilize conventional armaments as well as a poisonous smoke screen, counting on her numerous bioweapons to choke you out. It's going to take teamwork, box her in, and eliminate her. So hopefully her boss fight is a little more enjoyable than Dokkaebi. I mean, Dokkaebi's boss fight wasn't that bad, but it just wasn't that exciting, and the rewards you got weren't that good. So making the boss fight a bit more interesting and at least giving us better rewards would be a W for sure. But overall, that's what we have right now for the Reloaded update. Some decent updates again. I think the Dark Aether Rift, as I said, still the biggest part here. A new location to explore is always going to be cool, and that'll definitely increase replayability in my opinion, but there's still a lot of other things that we would want to see in this mode. Let me know down below your ideas for future MW3 Zombies updates. What would you want to see in terms of maps, weapons, other LTMs, stuff like that? We'll talk about the realistic possibility of that stuff being added in a future video. But for now, be sure to subscribe for more COD update videos like this. Shout out to the YouTube channel members as always, and I'll see you guys in the next video or live stream. Peace out, guys.